Oh, yay.
What?
Okay, my OBS works. I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, so hey you guys, I've been using OBS, and here is my little video that I'm gonna be making. It's looking a lot more professional. It kind of takes me off guard because I'm not used to just talking into a computer screen and having to look at chat on the side. So I have my phone on one side, and then I have my so I can look at chat since I don't have dual monitor, and then I have the screen in front of me. So anyway, today I woke up. I wanted to see what Jerome Powell was saying about the economy. Curious because I know he was going to testify. And let me show you guys this. Hold on. If it seems like I'm a little hesitant, it's just because I want to look at the screen at the same time. I need to do a monitor, seriously. Okay, so when I was looking at this, the thing that stood out to me was, where is it? This part. So he said that the economic recovery remains uneven, far from complete, but the path ahead is highly uncertain. Although there's been much progress in the labor market since spring, millions of Americans remain out of work. So I think it's a lot better than it was back in March or April of last year. Remember the whole situation with the you-know-what? That was pretty damn terrible. But because it's getting better, when I see a little dip, I'm not too worried about it. And I've learned to not go against Jerome Powell. And this is the reason why. Okay, here we go. So he says that there's a long way to go to full recovery, and we intend to keep our policy supportive of that recovery. Okay, so here's a few quotes about why I just keep this in mind. And when I read this, I was like, okay, so don't have to worry about too much. So all my links are in the description below. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Here we go. So in the long run, even in the medium run, you wouldn't want to bet against the American economy. The economy will recover, and that means people will get back to work. Unemployment will get back down. This is what we're seeing right now. So as a result of this, right? This article, when did this article came out? May 21st, 2020. Yeah, so we are definitely in a better situation, in my opinion, job-wise, than in the past. I know some people are worried about, the housing situation. That is a whole different thing that I don't even know what the solution to that thing is. But in terms of jobs, I see it, it definitely is better than before. Things are opening up. There are plans to open up, and yeah. So where is the other one? Over here. So you see the lower interest rates to bring down the borrowing costs. And then they're just going to lend. And basically, I'm just going to let you guys read these quotes. Sorry, it's a little fast. And that's it. So basically, this guy will step in when you-know-what hits the fan and help out the economy. And here is a Times article. I linked it in the description below. And yeah, so when I look at SPY, I look at the 6-month mark over here. You see? Wait, hold on. That's not the 6-month mark. I look at the 1-year mark over here. You can see when the crash happened. Remember the you-know-what situation? This thing? So I shared with you guys when the you-know-what started to happen and the economy was closing. I thought to myself, oh, Erica, this is the time to buy a SPY put. Okay, so I bought $2,000 worth of puts on the economy, thinking there is no way this thing is going to recover by April. No freaking way. Now, unfortunately, Jerome Powell came in with his money printer, and the Fed stepped in, and then they said, they're gonna save it. They're gonna unleash the power, and they haven't even run out of ammunition yet. Okay, so my little April put, it expired worthless. It did. I was very sad. You can see what happened in April. You see, it actually went up since it actually went up since I bought it. I forgot exactly what day I bought it, but I was so sure it was going to tank. So I have learned 1000%. I am not going to bet that the economy is down. I'm going to believe, and I have stuck by the belief that Jerome Powell will step in, and a lot of people got screwed by this thing. So here's a little Pokemon card, just for fun. So look at this. Pokemon Power, unlimited quantitative easing. As often as you like during a recession, you may print money to cancel a recession. So from what I was reading, it goes something like this. If the U.S. issues debt, then the Fed can step in and buy that debt and hold on to it permanently. Yeah. So it doesn't seem like things are going to get catastrophic. And I'm sure if the stock market tanks down, in my opinion, just, I know there might be some holes in what I'm saying, but in my opinion, I don't think things are going to get really bad. I really view this as a correction. So let's look at Tesla stock today. Oh, crap. Okay, here we go. Tesla stock today, not looking so well. It's at 693. I was really surprised that it went down this low. Just because you guys might have remembered that it was kind of close to 900. Let me show you the 6-month thing. So it's been going up. Oh, my computer is lagging. Need a newer MacBook. So it's been going up. And then it just, oh my gosh. You guys can't see the pinwheel, but I'm getting the pinwheel right now. Dang it. Okay, here we go. And I gotta close some windows. This is too much tabs for one MacBook, and I don't even have that many tabs open. Okay, hold up. Let me close this money printer thing. Okay, here we go. So it's been going up, and there is some pullback. Oh my goodness, it's lagging on me again. Okay, so there's been some pullback over here. You guys can see the price, right? So when I saw it go back down a little, I bought it around 845-ish, and I also bought it at 837. I had no idea, after February would have gone down even more, and now it's getting 681 range. But here's the thing. I do think Tesla is going to recover. I do think that this is a correction. I do not believe that this is a crash at all. And, when you look at it, okay, we're at like the same price we were back in December. Seems kind of harsh, right? Because right now we're in February, but just keep in mind, I'm still holding Amazon, so this is nothing compared to that. So Tesla, not worried about it. Again, I think it's going to recover. I believe it's going to recover. And then, I know this is scattered all over the place, but remember how I was telling you that if the stock market went down, Bitcoin is also going to go down? We've seen it, where is it? We've seen it back, so let's see. The tank of of 2000, where is this? 2020, here. So you can see that, come on. Okay, so you can see it was like at 10K, then it went down to 8, then it went down, and it actually went down to 5. See that? So when the U.S. economy crashed and the stock market crashed, Bitcoin also crashed. So do not think that if the stock market goes and blows into smithereens, that Bitcoin's going to be to the moon. That is not the case. People want to pull their money out from a lot of investments. And one thing I talked about in Bitcoin is when people do not talk about Bitcoin, the price goes down lower. So for instance, right, you remember 2017 when it hit like 19K? look, after that, like some people were talking about it, but then it tanked down lower and lower. And then when, like no news organization wants to report, oh, hey, by the way, in case you didn't know, Bitcoin went down today. Oh, and it went down today and it went down today. It just like they'll talk about other things than things going down. So in my opinion, when the news media stopped talking about Bitcoin and everybody stopped, thinking about it, it just kind of went lower and lower and lower and lower. See, look at that. Look at that. So when this was happening, it's like I didn't even care about Bitcoin because I didn't hear about it. Nobody was thinking about it. We're like, oh, okay, I peaked at 19K. Okay, everybody's holding the bag. Now, what happens now? Not too sure, but I do believe that Bitcoin will continue to go down a bit, unless somehow it surges. But it all depends on demand, right? I know that there are big institutions buying Bitcoin. I've also heard, I believe, MicroStrategy bought, I think it was something like $900 million worth of Bitcoin on margin. Let me check that. Yeah, so MicroStrategy over here, they want to buy as much Bitcoin as they can. $1.05 billion. And right now the stock is tanking, right? I mean, not the stock, the Bitcoin is tanking. So I don't know how much $1.05 billion can help with the stock price. I mean, the price of Bitcoin, but I imagine it's pretty sizable. It definitely pretty is. So how long, how low is the Bitcoin going to get? Right now it's at 47,368. You guys know yesterday I got $10 worth of Bitcoin. So the platform that I'm using to buy Bitcoin every week, it has a 7-day clearing period. So even though I hooked up my bank account, they're saying that I have to wait 7 to 10 days for purchases. And this is across the board. This is not just for me because I'm a new user. This is for people who have had multiple purchases of Bitcoin as well. So they're trying to reduce fraud. So between now and 10 days or 7 to 10 days, I don't know what happens to the price of Bitcoin. It could continue to go down or very well can go up. So that's the reason why I've always been hesitant about buying a large amount of Bitcoin at any given time, because look at this, like within the last 24 hours Bitcoin went down 10%, 10.94%. Bitcoin really has a lot of volatility. So buying every so often, buying set amounts, like a small amount for an extended period of time, having longer time in the market sort of thing, is really the way I'm approaching Bitcoin. So if it tanks down to, let's say, 43K, okay, fine. I have a little bit in there, recovers up to 52K, goes to 60K, goes up to 70K. We'll see what happens. So this is the whole thing about Bitcoin. ARKK has gotten a lot of crap. One of the reasons why I really like ARKK, again, not financial advice, this is just me ranting, is that it's an actively managed fund. So Kathy Wood manages it, and yesterday, as you guys know, stock market was terrible. Today is not so great either. I shouldn't say it's terrible, but it was very... nobody was happy with the stock market, okay? So you can see within the last 6 months, ARKK has been going up a lot. See this? And now we're at 135, right? So 135 right here. We're at the same price. Basically, we were over, let's find 135. Okay, I'm sure it hit 135 around here somewhere. If not, we're just going to say somewhere between early January. Let's just say early January or late January, around here, right? So about 2 months ago, I'm not too worried about it. Frick, look how much his stock has gone up since then. So some people, they're saying like, oh, ARKK is a piece of crap. How could this stock go down 6%? You know what Kathy Wood is doing? Look at this. So yesterday she bought a whole bunch of stock. She bought Facebook. But here's the thing that really surprised me. Look at this. Tesla, 183,707 shares of Tesla. So Kathy Wood is very, very she's a big fan of Tesla. She believes that it will go up higher, and I'm one of those people too. I do think Tesla is just going to go up, 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 but it's not going to happen instantaneously. Even when you look at like Tesla stock price, it wasn't like it was just like, you know, going to the moon straight up since 2018. So I like ARKK because if anything happens, shares can be moved around, shares can be sold off. Look at this. So she decided to sell, or ARK decided to sell a little bit of TSM, Taiwan Semiconductor. I know some of you guys are really a big fan of this company. I don't know why TSM is getting sold, but who knows? But definitely that Tesla is getting bought up. I think this is about $190 million worth of Tesla. Yeah, so when people are like thinking about dumping Tesla, Kathy Wood is buying Tesla, and I'm not too worried about that at all. So look at this. So this is the chart today, or ARK. Oh yeah, you can see. Look at this. Look, it's going down. But I'm not too worried about it. Everything has kind of been going down. Even my beloved. Look at this. Oh, Apple went down too. So yeah, not looking too good over there, but I think it's just temporary. CCIV, remember CCIV? I was all pissed off about that. I thought to myself, why the hell are you announcing this news on the freaking worst stock day that I can recall in, it feels like, over 3 months. But I kind of lose track of time because of all this that's been going on with the situation. But, you know, really, it's not the best time to be announcing a merger yesterday. Really terrible timing. And then after that, they announced that they were going to be pushing back production from spring 2021 to the last half of 2021. So maybe a couple months delay. My concern with that is that if you're pushing it back a couple months, I don't know what the reason was. I didn't hear what the reason was, but if you push it back, I worry that there's going to be even more delay down the line. So my buy price of CCIV was, I think, $29 in 1948. I do have some profit, but look, it's down 34%. This kind of thing is kind of scary. So, yeah, not a good. Oh, look at this BlackBerry 1014. Ooh, BlackBerry went down. Yeah, yeah, a lot of stocks have been going down. So the stocks that I think are been going down even more than a lot of other stocks would be that I just kind of think like, frick, it's not looking good. Even before Monday would be things like ICLN. And I've shared with you guys in a previous stream that I think one of the reasons why it hasn't been going up is that everybody was hyped up on the anticipation that Biden would be signing green energy legislation. But let's face it, the guy looks like he's busy dealing with other things, that green energy isn't really a high priority right now. When I think about you know, what's going on with the stock market, the economy, you know, people's health, it's just like green energy. That's something that I think happens more when it's a little calmer. So as a result of that, you can see it kind of went up in January, and then it kind of went down, and then, you know, as you know, after he got in office, it's just been going down. And I was thinking about selling ICLN last week because I was like, frick, I don't want to hold on to it. I don't know how low this is gonna go. When I look at, let's say, the long-term view of this, right? Like, look at this. Like, it's been going up. Like, don't get me wrong. It's been going up slowly but surely. But it just kind of looks a little depressing when you see that big rise up there, and then I have this worry that, oh man, is it going to go back over here, 17, 20? I'm just going to hold it. I am really just going to hold it. So, but not too happy with the clean energy sector. So yeah, I'm not getting shaken up by this. Again, SPY does not look like it is crashing. It's just a correction. But when people see stocks like ARKK go down 6% in a day, when they see Apple go down to 121, before I think it was like 136 or something like that, they think like, oh man, I gotta get out of the stock market, it's terrible. And they look at Bitcoin and oh, Bitcoin's terrible too. I think that it shakes a lot of people out. And again, time in the market really does better than just trying to like figure out when you're gonna get in. Because like with all these stocks, right? Yeah, they retraced back maybe a month or two ago, but I'm not worried about it. I'm like, frick, it's still a gain. It sucks though. My portfolio went down about close to 10% in the last week. So I am, not happy about that at all. But stocks do not always go up. And then just to change things up, nothing related to stocks. I want to share this thing with you guys. Look at this. There is an electric bill that the 63-year-old retiree got, because of what's going on in Texas. Check this out. So he got a $16,752 electric bill just from the storm. And you're probably wondering, like, how the hell does he use so much electricity? Well, here's what happened, okay? They said that, where is it? They said the amount of it fluctuates. Let me find it. Here. Sorry, I know this is not out of the loop, but will someone explain to me what's going on with these bills popping up everywhere? In Texas, the rates change all the time. The crisis caused rates to skyrocket, and people trying to heat their homes resulted in bills like this. So, it's just some power, but he was using a provider called Griddy, which is a variable rate wholesale. And then when the price dropped, they can save money, but in this case, it spiked. So, most people would say like, oh, okay, price, I want to have it variable so I don't have to pay the same rate and maybe I have cost savings. Yeah, this whole thing screwed the guy. So, here is a NPR article over here. And someone said that they used Griddy. They have a 1,300 square foot house or apartment. Heat set at 60. They didn't do laundry. They didn't do dishwasher. They didn't turn on the stove oven. Only used air fryer, light off during the day, candles most of the night, TV on some. Somehow they say I used 1,772 kilowatt hours, $5,000. Oh my gosh. So this person was trying to save money and they were using, very little electricity. And I'm sure heat, adds up some, but I mean, come on, $5,000 on that. So, if any of you are looking into getting in this like variable rate, electricity or electric provider, I would say think twice about it, because let's say this happened in New York and something happened, or a bunch of New York got destroyed from, I don't know, something, then everybody's electric rates would be absolutely insane. And I really feel bad for them. Nobody could have predicted that, but that is one of those situations that can happen if something catastrophic happens, and then it just the demand just goes way up, or the grid goes down or something like that. So yeah, I included this as well. I'm kind of surprised that this person paid it off. To be honest with you, like when I hear about this thing, right? He paid off his electric bill. Why would you do that? Why couldn't you just like not pay it and then try to either renegotiate it, or say, screw you, I'm not going to pay the electric bill. And yeah, because if anyone pays an electric bill and they have financial hardship as a result of that, or they become broke or homeless, let's put it this way. The electric company is not going to be broke if someone chooses not to pay their electric bill. Yeah, power could get shut off, or, I don't think power would have been shut off. I imagine that there would be some kind of change put into effect. So, because they would assume like not everybody wants to pay $5,000 for the electric bill, $16,000. People would, consumers I would imagine would try to drag this out and say, what the beep is this? Like, I'm not paying for this, let's renegotiate. I'll pay you if I'll pay you, let's say 8,000 is way too high, but like I'll pay you something like 5,000 or 3,000 for it, but I ain't paying $16,752. So this guy, in my opinion, should have definitely negotiated. And and my worry is that okay, he nearly emptied his savings account, right? And then what happens? What happens to this? Like, what happens for this month or next month, right? Is the rates going to still be up that high? Or what if there's like a next emergency that happens? Who knows? I heard that Texas doesn't have drinking water. I think they have power right now, but yeah, I heard the drinking water is not a good situation. So yeah, just if anybody is in Texas, I hope that the situation gets resolved. I really hope you guys aren't paying this kind of bill or trying to, you guys try to negotiate something, because it's just freaking ridiculous. Yeah. So look at this. We intend to fight this alongside our customers for EGO to reveal why such price increases were happening as millions when. So you gave people the bill and then allowed them to pay, and then now you're saying you're gonna fight it? Who knows? Who knows how this thing goes? Yeah, so all I can say is, one thing that, the timing of this whole thing is really crappy, but at least there was snow, because I can't imagine, like, what if people didn't have access to bottled water and they didn't have access to snow, and then the supermarkets are wiped out. Like, even where we live, for example, right? We have so many people in such a small little area that if we were in a similar situation to Texas, I know the stores would run out of water in like 2 seconds. I don't even try to fight the crowd. And I've told that to you guys before. Like, yeah, I think it's so important to prep for food and make sure you have some food around, because if you don't have anything, right, and you live really lean, like for instance, right, you got some of these people who say like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make sure I don't have too much like food on me and too much water on me, because yeah, it just takes up space. You know what? If an emergency situation happens, 1,000% you're gonna wish you had some of that stuff. And then there's sometimes that I kind of think like, what if our power went out? What if the water went out? Do we have water to sustain us? Do we have food to sustain us? And we do. And it kind of made me chuckle, because when I was telling Lewis about in Texas there was there's no drinking water, and people had to melt snow and boil that. He was telling me, he said, oh Erica, we should get some water, we should store some water. And I told him, wait, you never realize that we have a whole bunch of water in this apartment? You never realize the gallons and gallons of water that I'm storing right now? And he said he never noticed it. And I was like, ugh. So yeah, I remember when I was stocking up on like sparkling waters and gallon waters, I was thinking to myself like, frick, I gotta make sure that I just want to buy it and then just gradually buy and then stock up. So if we lived in a house, for sure I would make sure that we had some kind of like pantry or storage place where I can prep. And I would probably look into getting things like a solar oven. That would probably be my new hobby. But of course, living in a tiny little apartment like this, I don't, even if we had a solar oven, it's like, where would I set this freaking thing up, right? We don't have a balcony. We don't have access to the roof. If we're in a really situation, actually, I guess I could do it in the fire escape. But still, if someone notices me cooking I don't know what the hell I'd be cooking. Actually, we have some Gardein stuff left over. If I was cooking some Gardein, people would be like, "Hey, look, that chick over there is food. Let's storm her." So I've always been mindful about that kind of stuff. But again, just because people think that, oh, there's no terrible situation right now, we might not have any earthquakes or anything like that, I would recommend, please do not get complacent. Please make sure you stock up on food, water, canned goods. And you'd kind of be surprised, if you are going to a supermarket and let's say you always buy canned tuna, right? Let's just put an example, right? Every week, let's say you buy 4 cans of canned tuna. All you have to do is like 1 week you buy 2 extra cans, or some extra weeks you buy 4 extra cans, and then you're not depleting the supermarket shelves, of course. Like, nobody would take a second guess if you buy 6 cans versus 4 cans a week, right? So then you get those 2 extra cans and then you just put it off onto the side. And next thing you know, if you buy 2 extra cans a week, in 1 month, you get 8 cans. So yeah, 2 times 4, right? So that's how you slowly amass things without coming off as a hoarder. I feel, or yeah, a hoarder or like an extreme prepper or something like that. So I've always had this whole idea that if you buy groceries or if you do want to prep, you have to do it gradually. You do not want to be that jerk who's like, oh, and a hurricane is coming, or I don't know, some kind of a blizzard is coming. Yeah, now I gotta buy all this food. Oh, hold up, I need the toilet paper. Screw you, I need the toilet paper so much. I need to buy 5 cases of toilet paper. I need to buy as much toilet paper as I can. So, yeah, so I did not participate in the Great Toilet Paper War of 2020. And I always try to make sure that we do have extra toilet paper around the apartment. And sometimes, we run a little low, and I'm like, okay, just make sure I order double the amount next time. So it will hold us quite a bit. So I make sure that we have a healthy supply of stuff, and if we are running low, I try to make sure we always have at least like 1 extra thing, or a few extra things, because New York is so, like I said, New York is so populated. You really, if anything happens, if people run out of drinking water, again, I cannot fight the crowd. I'm not even going to try to attempt it, because I might be, let's say, half a mile away from a grocery store. All the people who are right next to the grocery store are going to beat me going to that grocery store. And then those people, right, because where we live, there's so much like different apartment buildings, multi unit dwellings. 100%, I cannot. I'm not gonna stand a chance. And I remember how long the lines were in Trader Joe's. I remember that there was this one location. I looked outside and I was like, frick, just trying to get into the store is 2 hours long. So I gave up. I saw everybody just waiting out, single file, and it really was a wake-up call for me. So for anybody who is in a place where you're maybe prone to hurricanes, earthquakes, I heard Florida has a good chunk of natural disasters. I forgot which one. Just make sure that you always kind of prep year round. Make sure that you have like a healthy supply of stuff. The water. I'm not a big fan of bottled water. You guys know that. I'm against the whole idea of buying bottled water, but in the event of emergency, I say, man, I'm going to wish I bought that bottled water, 1000%. And, yeah, I'm a big fan of canned goods, instant noodles, non-perishable things, and cereal is good as well, because that can store for a while. It might be a little stale if you eat your cereal and you've been holding it a little too long, but worst case scenario comes in, you can't go to the grocery store, whip out that corn pops, whip out that Frosted Flakes or the Special K or Raisin Bran, and see how that works. Get some peanuts, pistachios, something like, I don't know, like bagel chips and peanut butter, and get what I'm saying? Make sure you keep things in the freezer. Yeah, just that way you don't have to worry about starving. It might not be pleasant to eat this kind of food in a natural disaster, or if you have to bunker in, but it's so much better than not having any food at all. So it's like a lot of this like canned food, I try to stay away from it because it has sodium in there, and I've been watching my sodium, but the sodium is what helps preserve it. So yeah. So that's all I wanted to say about this, and let me find this. Ah, no, Suki, I cannot live off of cat food and dog food because Oreo is gonna eat me alive for sure. So I 1000% I'm not eating it. I'm actually more worried about the cats than I am for myself because like we get orders of cat food every month. We get them auto delivered, and before when I moved into New York, I was always thinking to myself like, why would I want to get shipments of this stuff? Why don't I just buy it? But because of Subway, right? Every time I go on the subway, it costs me $2.75 one way, $5.50 to go to and from home. It's just like an extra 5.50 plus I gotta wait in line plus I gotta lug all this stuff. Oh hell no. You know what, just give me the auto shipment. So I think like it's good to just kind of have it on auto shipment for a lot of things. We have a lot of our stuff on auto shipment. Body soap, shampoo, toothpaste, so I don't have to worry about buying it. And then if I see we're low, right, whenever our Amazon delivery cutoff is, so subscribe and save. When you set up one, they'll tell you like you got to place your order by, let's say, February 30th, or like February 15th. You can add things or delete things. So before it hits like that cutoff date, let's say February 15th, like 5 days before, I'll look at it and I'll say, do I have a lot of hand soap? Do I have a lot of shampoo? Oh, I don't have any. Okay, let me add that to the subscribe and save. And that way, when the shipment comes in, I don't have to worry about buying stuff. So it's like it's trying to build a habit, but it's so useful because it just, yeah, it works, and I don't have to go out all around New York trying to find different stuff. And you guys know, in New York, things are pretty freaking pricey. So it definitely is cheaper buying stuff, certain stuff on Amazon than it is buying it locally. And protein powder is one of those things. So yeah. Yeah, so anyway, let me see my OBS right now. Wow, so I have been live for 37 minutes. So I'm going to go end this stream, and I hope you guys like this stream a little bit better than my normal streams. I'm still having chat open. It's off on the side, and it is a little awkward for me to look at my screen, to talk to my computer because I'm so used to just seeing the camera right in front of me, and then I can look through the camera. But I feel like I'm just talking to my computer, and that's just still a little strange to me. So, but with repetition and with getting used to it, I'll feel less like I'm just talking to myself. I really, like when I look at it, because I don't have my camera like facing something or facing the screen, I feel like I'm just talking aloud, and I'm like, okay. Yeah, but I see you guys on the side. I do. So yeah, I shall talk to you guys later. You guys take care, stay warm. It is snowing here in New York, and I might go oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you guys. I did pick up a new Christmas tree yesterday. I know you're probably like, what the beep, Erica? You bought another Christmas tree. I picked up a new Christmas tree, and I have it set up right next to the Christmas tree, where Lewis sits. So if you look at any of his videos, you'll see the second Christmas tree. So it's perfect because I wanted to have something solid green over there. And I just thought to myself like, it looks like it's a little shorter than the Christmas tree that we have that we currently have. So now I don't have to worry about getting another solid green arrangement. I feel like, yeah, we are pretty much planted up in this apartment. But you know what? If I came across another plant, I'd probably find another place to put it somewhere. Yeah, I saw, when I was walking yesterday, and then I saw this like Christmas tree put off on the side, and I was like, and it's missing a foot. I don't know if it fell off or that's the reason why they tossed it, because it couldn't balance. But there's something with like three-legged pots or, you know, plant holders or three-legged Christmas trees. Like, it's missing one of the feet. So I ended up putting that child wooden building block right behind it. Yeah. I have child building blocks around the house. I have it holding my three-legged planter, my three-legged Christmas tree, my not my three-legged table, but it's missing a support. So yeah, those just child building blocks are absolutely wonderful. Absolutely, I love them so much. But yeah, I shall talk to you guys